In this abstract, you will learn how to define a 360-degree leader, how to lead from anywhere in the organization, and how to lead up, lead down, and lead across, affecting your subordinates, peers, and supervisors. John C. Maxwell applies his career counseling formula to yet another aspect of leadership: how people in the middle of large organizations can add to their company's leadership equation. His popular books rely on long lists of myths, challenges, principles, rules, or values. Each one is identified, numbered, and accompanied by an example or uplifting story. In practice, will people refer to these lists or simply draw from Maxwell's major concepts?
Lead from the middle. Most organizations are hierarchical and follow a top-down leadership approach. But in actuality, 99% of all leadership decisions come from the middle of an organization. This means you don't have to be a senior executive to make an impact. People can lead from any position in an organization, from the bottom up, top down, or across. Those who have the ability to lead in all three dimensions are called 360-degree leaders. They can influence people located anywhere in the organization. These 360-degree leaders master three basic ways to exert influence. They can lead up the hierarchy by working with their supervisors. They can lead across the organization structure by working with their colleagues, and they can lead down the chain of command by directing and motivating their subordinates. In the process, they also need to overcome false perceptions about leadership. People follow leaders for 5 reasons. First, the leader commands the top position in the hierarchy. Second, the leader has a relationship with subordinates unrelated to status. Third, the employee wants to be part of the leader's team because it produces results. Fourth, the employee wants to grow as an individual and learn new skills. Fifth, the employee respects the leader's judgment and personality. People extend their personal influence and become leaders by progressing along these 5 steps as they develop beneficial, relevant personality traits. Middle managers often think they will gain the needed leadership skills when they reach a top power position. This is a fallacy. You can learn leadership skills years before you get a leadership job. Another fallacy is that people blindly follow leaders. Not true. You have to earn respect to lead others. Meeting the challenge. If you are a leader in the middle of an organizational pyramid, you may face a number of problems. In this position, the scope of your decision-making authority and power is often constrained. Mid-level leaders might be reprimanded if they assume too much power. This is a chronic source of tension. Factors that determine how much stress you will encounter include your degree of authority, how much initiative you want to take, and your organization's overall leadership environment. Ask yourself, is your corporate culture entrepreneurial or structured? Your leadership style should match the corporate style, or tension will result. Worrying about how well you are doing your job and how much recognition you need will also generate stress. When you lead from the middle, do not expect to get much credit for your accomplishments or receive frequent pats on the back. Keep your expectations realistic. Be a team player who believes in the company's leadership. Try to sharpen fuzzy lines of responsibility and take control over what occurs in your department. In that role, you should be the spokesperson and chief communications link with other units. When problems arise, know where to get answers fast. Working in an organization that suffers from poor leadership is a major source of frustration because insecure or incompetent leaders are ineffective. Since people feel secure in their jobs when the leader leads, mid-level leaders must compensate when a CEO fails. Your job as a mid-level leader is to make your staff members feel confident and secure so they can do their jobs. When mid-level leaders continually deliver solid results, they do get noticed. Knowing how their work contributes to the overall operation helps them become more productive. That also leads to increased job satisfaction, particularly since much of an organization's actual work takes place at the middle level. What you need to lead up. Successful mid-level leaders know how to self-manage. In this role, make efficient use of your time. Develop the ability to control your emotions, priorities, and how much energy you allocate to specific projects. Balance your work and leisure time. Learn to separate the two realms. Constantly try to improve yourself. If you can help make your boss's job easier, that will facilitate his or her success and that of the organization. Offering to help is a way of getting noticed, and it advertises your capabilities. To become a good team player with the ability to assist the boss, first learn to do your job well. Then solve the problems you encounter. Also, provide honest feedback and publicly support your boss. Accept projects that others reject and make the effort to develop good working relationships. Get to know your colleagues. When you meet with your boss, be prepared. If you are asking the boss to make a decision, bring the required information. Ask questions that suggest new solutions or accelerate decision-making. Add new facts or perspectives. To be a good 360-degree leader, present information to your boss whether it is good news or bad. Know when to listen and accept a decision, and when to push to get your voice heard. Time your requests carefully. Become known as a go-to player, someone who delivers in stressful situations. Go-to managers produce quality work regardless of the circumstances or their level of comfort with the assignments. These leaders work whether the boss is present or absent. What you need to lead across. If you can build relationships with your colleagues, you are on your way to leading across. This requires that you take a genuine interest in people and get to know them. Respect what they do and work to supply them with top-quality materials or advice. Support their professional growth and tell others how valuable their work is to the entire organization. When you publicly praise people who are not on your team, you make them stronger and strengthen your relationships. Consciously expand your circle of colleagues. Competition is a natural tendency, and it can be positive in organizations that place the good of the team before individual needs. Healthy competition builds relationships. Conversely, office politics and gossip are corrosive. In negative group situations, stay out of petty arguments and maintain an open mind. When asked for your opinion, say what you think and take an ethical stance. When you work with your colleagues to solve a problem, you will come across many ideas. It is a natural tendency to advocate your own ideas, but don't become blind to the validity of other people's suggestions. If someone else's idea is better, admit it. To generate innovative ideas, look at unexpected sources. Work with creative people to help them put their proposals forward. Seek new ideas and stretch your comfort zone. In a competitive environment, you may want to seem like you're always in control and producing perfect work. That is an unrealistic ambition. Be yourself. Let your faults show. Ask for help and be open to what others can teach you. When you learn, you allow yourself to help others by showing them new methods or sharing data. The ability to help people become more effective is an important leadership skill. What you need to lead down. A 360-degree leader leads by influencing others. This does not come from holding a superior position, but from being accessible and taking a genuine interest in people. Regard each employee as an extremely capable person who has the ability to do great things. People will exceed your expectations when you encourage them to do their best, praise them in public, and give them the recognition they deserve. Make the effort to develop people. Developmental programs are different from training, which gives people the knowledge or tools to do their jobs. Developing a person means enhancing his or her individual qualities. This can range from teaching time management techniques to showing someone how to have a positive mental attitude. A personnel development program is a long-term commitment based on each individual's strengths and weaknesses. It requires a highly personalized approach. Having the right people in the right jobs is as important as hiring good employees. Since everyone cannot do every job, place each person in a position that displays his or her strong points. One study found that departments achieved a 50% drop in employee turnover when managers allowed people to work at the tasks they liked best. When you recognize your employees' strong points and then assign them to jobs that complement their skills, everyone wins. But this does not mean that you should overlook employees' weaknesses. Work with your staff members to identify and fill gaps in their knowledge or skills. Be a role model. Leadership by example works. Consistency between what you say and what you do reinforces your entire message and enhances your credibility. Consistent positive behavior produces positive results. This kind of professional behavior is intrinsically linked with organizational culture. Attitudes shape a company's atmosphere, just as values impel its decision-making processes. Leaders of good character can build trust among employees, and employees who share an honorable work ethic make the company more productive. When your leadership produces results, reward your team. Praise and promote deserving people. Give the largest bonuses to the people who did the most work or made the greatest contribution. Perks can be more than money. They can include anything from a designated parking space to additional time working with you or having you as a mentor. Include employees' family members in some reward programs, since leaders often sacrifice family time. A valuable investment. Clearly, 360-degree leaders benefit their organizations. They build strong teams, contribute at every level, create an incubator for developing new leaders, impel senior leaders to succeed, and demonstrate evolving leadership skills. Still, senior executives must create the right atmosphere for 360-degree leaders to develop. Top management should value people and devote the needed resources to developing new talent. Senior executives need to provide a non-threatening environment where mid-level managers can grow and can feel comfortable about challenging accepted methods and presenting new ideas.